Okay, so water signs, if you are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this is your energy for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You have the Tower, which can be some sort of disruption that could happen.
Disclaimer, my readings are not for the faint of heart. Must have thick skin.
Then you also have the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. You have the Hierophant, the Five of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Wands, and the Fool. All right, so overall energy, like I said, it seems like there is something that is happening that is unexpected. I feel like there is some sort of sudden change in regards to maybe your career or your professional life, changes in regards to the company. Maybe you're disappointed in regards to what you made, like maybe you did some sort of calculations, and whatever happens, it's like, this is not what I calculated. This is not what I anticipated. And it could also be some sort of news that is that's received, or some sort of announcement rather, that you don't care to hear for, just some sort of letdown. And maybe it's leaving you wishing that, you would have done something else in the past, or you just wish you could have done something before something happened. But it's like the past is the past, and you're just having to kind of deal with whatever this is. Definitely seems like you are putting things into perspective. So I don't know if there's also some sort of sudden schedule change or a layoff. It's just something that you're not happy about, and it's forcing you to be in time out. And you're thinking about like a lot of things and trying to figure out how what to do or how to deal with this event or this sudden realization. Now, there also could be some sort of, problem in regards to communication, electronics, like a storm blowing something out. And it could be, instead of like necessarily being laid off, maybe it's just getting sent home early, and it's kind of like a disappointment because you had pre-calculated something. It just seems like something isn't going to go according to plan. And it seems like you also are feeling like this is a burden or some sort of heavy responsibility. Maybe you're having to take on more than anticipated. And that's the thing too. Maybe it's not a loss, but maybe it is more so like, oh no, we need you to come in on your scheduled day off, something of that sort. And now you're just kind of like, man, like this is a lot of work. I had plans. And so you might be feeling disappointed in that. Whatever's going on too is indicating that, yeah, you are going to have to reset or start over. Something seems like maybe everything gets scrapped, your plans, whatever this was, and you're having to start over. But I kind of feel that if you are having to restart something, that you take on the attitude of, you know, whatever, you know, it is what it is. So maybe initially you felt down about something, but I feel like you're going to come out of it. In regards to a relationship, it seems like there is something happening that's not expected. It could be it looks more like a sudden responsibility, more so than a breakup. But it could be something that still causes a shift in a relationship. It seems like any relationship you're in, like, it's going to be exposed that about like the imperfections of the relationship. They're going to be exposed. Also, depending on how long you've been in a relationship, something might force you guys to go to counseling. Maybe there are certain things that need to be discussed. And maybe someone does, like, if you're married, someone does throw out like the divorce word. And, you know, maybe there's a question of whether or not this relationship can be saved. And maybe thinking about like starting over, like, you know, having to be on your own. So there definitely could be some sort of sudden changes in regards to a relationship. Maybe someone also has to answer to the government. Maybe there's more like a deployment instead of like a breakup or something. Yeah, so whatever's going on, it just seems like you're being forced to take on some sort of responsibility. And I kind of feel like you don't want to do this. Something could be hurting your pride or your ego as well. And it also just seems that, you know, there's a sense of things being out of control, or beyond your control, rather. Something is definitely enlightening for you, though. You're having to put things into perspective. Now, there also could be one of those situations where you realize how much you miss someone. And it could be that you are carrying some sort of emotional burden on you because you miss someone. Yeah, but it looks like you're having to like think outside the box too, especially if you become trapped in your thoughts or stuck. You just might have to do something just completely outside the box. Somebody might be forced to leave or move or evacuate. You also might need to make some sort of a sacrifice. Like there is something that maybe you're holding on to that you're needing to let go of. Now, the clarifiers do seem to point to some sort of ending. I mean, it could be a situation where it's like somebody got fired and not necessarily you, like it's happening around you, especially if it was some sort of supervisor. Um, like there could be some sort of a major shift. It also could be that, let's say a supervisor did lose their job or they, quit or something like that. You might be next up in line and you were like, oh my God, like I wasn't ready. Like I have to take on some sort of responsibility, or they gave all their task to me now. Like something could happen where you are forced in a position of authority. Definitely could be that. And even though you're qualified, maybe you just did not want to do it, because that means, less work-life balance for you. But yeah, I feel like there's going to be some sort of significant changes when it comes to the order of things, the hierarchy. Like something is changing where it is crumbling or being restructured. I kind of feel like some people are also happy about some sort of destruction or change. There could be some sort of changes in government. Now, there also could be something scary going on in regards to immigration or ICE. If this is about education, there still could be something going on where there's having to be a change or a shift. Or maybe, let's say you had some sort of degree, but now your position is requiring that you also have this. And it's just like, dang it, like I didn't want to go back to school, or I didn't want to go, get a certificate. It feels too like maybe there's going to be some sort of confusion, or so it's throwing you off balance. I feel like something is disturbing your peace. And you're just trying to make some sort of decisions. You're like, man, I don't know. And it almost seems to like there's that old saying of like running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And I kind of feel like maybe that's what this feels like. It's like, you're like you feel directionless in a sense because something just happened so sudden. I do feel that ultimately you're going to make peace with whatever is going on and start to heal or fix the situation. Also, if you don't like asking for help, you might have to. Something might put you in a position where, it's awkward for you to ask for help. Okay, so this came to me earlier and I didn't bring it up, but it does look like now is something that could likely happen is telepathy. So I don't know if this is a new telepathic connection that you're having with someone, or if this is something from the past, but it does seem like you're going to experience some form of telepathy where you and this person are just both thinking about each other, or like you're saying the same thing, you're going to talking, you guys are saying like the exact same things, and it feels like you're in each other's minds. In a love situation, something also could feel like love at first sight. So if you happen to connect with someone, it might feel very profound. It might feel like, like you just love each other from the first time you look at each other. It's like that feeling of, what is this? Like, wow, like when you just lock eyes with somebody. And you start to wonder, is this person thinking the same thing? Are they feeling what I'm feeling too? And it does seem like it's going both ways. Like, yeah, like I feel the same way you feel. So definitely could be some sort of impersonable connection that you make with somebody. And it feels like love at first sight. Yep. Now, if it doesn't happen physically, maybe it's something that more so happens metaphysically through a dream, but something that is so intense that it doesn't feel like a dream. It's like, no, that was real, or that felt more like astral traveling, and like I had a parallel life, and I talked to this person. So I kind of feel like maybe if it doesn't happen in reality, then it does seem like you have like this connection with someone that is highly spiritual, or it's like you guys are connected, through spirit. And, maybe not, but it could manifest into something real. Yeah. Something could be coming to an end, but more so like a difficult situation, or a difficult time. It seems like, nothing, it's not going to get any harder than what it is. This is the hardest part. And then you are going to feel freed from something. You're like, okay, finally, that's over. Now, it also could just be something as simple as getting off of work after having to take on somebody else's shift or something, but it's like this sigh of relief, like, I'm so glad that that's over. Now, something also could be bittersweet. It's like sad and happy at the same time. It's possible too that you might be missing a fire sign, or a fire sign is missing you. Yeah, ultimately, there is this sense of freedom and independence. And then it just looks like there is healing taking place. You do seem to feel much lighter. It's possible too that somebody is delighted to hear about the fact that somebody is single or that they broke up. It still could be something bittersweet because maybe, especially if you more so knew of this situation, and then it's kind of like you knew these people were together for some years, and it's like, oh man, like they broke up. Like maybe that was actually like inspiring to see them together for so long, but also a little bit of guilt because it's like, you mean we have a chance now? You know, so it might be that somebody is experiencing that feeling. Either it could be you or somebody feels this way about you if they're finding out about a breakup or a divorce or something. So yeah, there could be this excitement about finding out that somebody is single, but for the most part, I kind of feel like, you know, if you are dealing with something unexpected or chaotic over the weekend, that, you know, it might initially feel like a big burden and there's a bunch of aw mans, and then, you know, things end up being going very well. All right, so I'm going to pull some energy cards and then a love oracle card. All right, so what additional messages are there for water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, you have first chakra, Archangel Michael, door to spirit, victory, overall energy, sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. So that awakening or realization also could be spiritual. Maybe your third eye is opening up for the first time, or maybe it's been closed a long time and now it's being reopened. It also could be that something is like the catalyst of your awakening, or maybe you are the catalyst for somebody and you give someone an awakening, crossing paths with them or whatever. I feel like there's also going to be a need to balance both the spiritual and the physical. Maybe you're needing to nurture your spiritual side as well as your physical desires. And then you also may need to do something that would ground you. And then something could also be like a reality check as well. Like you have this eye-opening moment and it's like a reality check. I feel that spirit is trying to show you something. It's like revealing something to you and trying to get you to go in a certain direction. Yeah, it looks like Spirit is trying to open a pathway up for you. It's like, go this way. And it also looks like there is something that you are going to see, but it's like for your eyes only. Like, you might wonder, is anybody else seeing this? Or how come no one else heard about this or knew about this opportunity? And that's because it wasn't for them to see. Only those that have eyes to see and ears to hear are going to hear this calling, or, you know, whatever this opportunity is. So I kind of feel like you're going through some sort of doorway, and it's going to bring you some kind of victory. And it seems like you're able to really detach and inhale and exhale. Like I said, it looks like whatever is going on in that main reading, it leads to that similar ending of relief. It's just like, finally, like, you breathe in, you could breathe out, you feel much lighter. And not only that, but, you know, this is a win for you. Something is going to be like a win or a victory for you. Even if it's something like personal, maybe it's like a personal victory. You feeling like you came out of something, or overcame something, and it's like success for you. Now, something also could still be revealed to you in a dream, but if you do have a dream or a premonition, it seems like it could turn into something physical. It could manifest for you. Spiritually, you also might experience some sort of phantom smells. Yeah. All right, so let's look at your Oracle love reading. You have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So going back, you know, something could be like love at first sight. Just when your eyes lock with this person, you're like, oh my, you know, like, did you feel that? Yeah, I felt it. Like, that was real. So I feel like this person is also experiencing the same thing that you're feeling. I feel like something is being divinely orchestrated. That also could be why something just happened beyond your control. And kind of like, just in case you don't believe that this is actually happening, you know, it's saying here that your feelings are real and worth exploring. So I feel like maybe you're being encouraged to embrace whatever this is, if you so happen to make any type of romantic connections for the weekend. All right, so hopefully this helps. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Send you love and grace.